Hello, this is Japanese Economic Review Channel. Welcome to the April 2026 Japan Industrial Macro Briefing. Today we analyze the revised indices of industrial production to uncover the current state of Japan's manufacturing sector. By combining macroeconomic trends with micro-level sector data, we will provide strategic insights to help guide your business decisions for the coming quarter. Looking at the macro dashboard, production rose by 0.5% and shipments by 1.3% month-over-month, marking the first increase in 3 months. Meanwhile, inventories dropped by 0.3%, continuing a 15-month year-over-year decline. This combination of rising output and draining inventories signals a healthy momentum, suggesting economic activity is steadily returning to a recovery track. Comparing preliminary and final data, the overall recovery trend remains intact, but we see downward revisions across the board. Production was revised down to plus 0.5%, primarily dragged by specific items like food and beverages, such as Chuhai cocktails and transport cranes. While the macro narrative hasn't changed, these micro-level downward pressures warrant your attention. Our sector matrix reveals a stark two-speed economy. The tech and electronic sectors are surging, clearing backlogs with robust production and shipment growth. Conversely, traditional heavyweights like automobiles and heavy chemicals are stalling, with auto production dropping 2.4% month-over-month. This highlights a deep polarization driving Japan's industrial performance. Let's deep dive into the momentum drivers. The electrical and information communication machinery sector jumped 4.4% in production, led by semiconductor testers and PCs. Additionally, electronic parts saw a solid 5.2% shipment increase in the revised data, strongly outpacing production. Supply chains are tightening, pointing toward imminent production ramp-ups to meet downstream demand. On the flip side, we face structural drags. The auto sector continues its slowdown, with production down 2.4% and shipments dropping 2.8%, heavily impacted by passenger cars. Similarly, inorganic and organic chemicals contracted 1.8% in production. These legacy industries are actively slashing output to clear excess stockpiles, creating a significant drag on the overall index. To look forward, we use the industrial inventory cycle map, plotting YOY production against YOY inventories. This shifts our focus from backward-looking data to cycle prediction. We classify sectors into 4 phases: recovery, expansion, slowdown, and contraction. Tracking where key sectors land on this matrix is crucial for anticipating supply chain shifts and market momentum. The tech sector is firmly in the recovery phase. Electrical and infocom machinery shows a strong plus 8.2% YOY production growth, while inventories shrink by 4.1% YOY. Electronic parts inventories are also depleting. Demand is clearly outpacing production, and manufacturers will likely need to accelerate output further in Q3 2026 to prevent critical stockouts. While the slide highlights an inventory overhang in autos, the latest revised data actually reveals a massive 15.9% YOY drop in auto inventories. This significant reduction means the risk of oversupply is fading. Although currently in a slowdown, the auto sector's lighter inventory position sets the stage for a powerful rebound once end market demand stabilizes. Basic materials, particularly inorganic and organic chemicals, are enduring a deep contraction. Production has been aggressively slashed by 18.5% YOY to clear out significant inventory backlogs, which are now down 12.1% YOY. This sector is undergoing painful but necessary adjustments and is actively searching for a floor before it can transition back to recovery. To conclude, we have 3 key takeaways. First, aggregate health is improving, driven by a tech hardware rebound. Second, prepare for a 2-speed Q3, secure electronic supply now as inventories drain, while leveraging the auto sector's lighter inventory for future growth. Finally, watch the chemical floor. Stabilizing basic materials will soon create a positive bullwhip effect. Thank you for watching the Japanese Economic Review. We look forward to having you with us again.